Thank you, Louise, for that kind introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. It's an absolute honour to be speaking to you today at such a pivotal time. In an election campaign, it's traditional for business to tell politicians what's needed to create jobs and to grow and improve the economy. So we all know how it usually works. The political battle buzzes visit businesses up and down the country, demands and promises are made, claim and counterclaim are thrown, and everyone insists that their needs matter the most. That's just the nature of our political system. But amid all that posturing and special pleading, what really matters can often be forgotten. So if I have any suggestions for Johnny Reynolds, who spoke earlier, and Kemi Badenoch speaking later today, it is not to lose sight of what really matters. A vision for the long-term prosperity of the UK and all its citizens. But before I make any asks of our political leaders, I want to talk to my colleagues in business. Expecting government to solve all of our problems just won't work. We, the business community, must also play our part too. We know we have to meet the political community halfway to work together with an optimistic, long-term view for the long-term prosperity of this country. I am very proud to be leading a company that has centuries-old roots in the UK, a 327-year history that is marked by the contributions we have always made to the communities in which we operate. That contribution comes in many forms, but one of the key ones is our investment in infrastructure, housing and healthcare projects across the country. Across our own sector, the Association of British Insurers has estimated that £100 billion of capital is waiting to be invested. And we know that there is a similar desire in other sectors that are represented here today. At Aviva, we have real, tangible experience of this investment. Since 2020, for example, we have invested nearly £800 million into a range of much-needed housing projects. We're also the financial power behind the London Cancer Hub being built in Sutton. And we have invested in the £200 million Chesterford Research Park near Cambridge, which has become a thriving 259-acre life sciences campus. This is just a small sample, but hopefully it gives you an idea of the scale and depth of our investment and our commitment to use our influence to help deliver real societal benefits, the kind of benefits that will help grow our economy for everyone. First and foremost, we make those investments because we are confident that they will deliver a return for our customers and our shareholders. But let me be clear, we could also make good returns on investments overseas. We choose to predominantly make them here because we believe in the UK and we know that while our economy has issues with productivity and growth, this is a place with masses of opportunity. There has been a lot of doom and gloom around the UK in recent times, and some of that sentiment is justified. There is no getting away from that, but there is also no getting away from the fact that there are some great fundamentals to build upon. We have a huge, well-respected financial services sector, the second largest in the world. We should celebrate that much more than we do and commit to protect it. We also have a fantastic life sciences sector. With the right investment and political support, it should and can be world-leading. That is a huge opportunity that we shouldn't squander. But there are other reasons to invest. The UK remains hugely influential in showing how the world can cut emissions in the move to net zero. We have a tech sector that ranks third globally, behind only the US and China, and the UK is fourth in the Global Innovation Index. None of these things give cause to be gloomy, yet still an air of weariness and cynicism hangs over our economy. Is everything perfect? Far from it. But I don't think we are recognising what makes us special. So while we undoubtedly face some huge economic challenges, I believe there is even more to be positive about for the future. Aviva, and I'm sure many others in this room, are ready to invest even further in the projects that will provide the economic growth and competitiveness we urgently need in the UK. But business can't do this alone. And so now I turn to the politicians and their willingness to play their part. Yes, we are the ones with the capital to make these incredible projects come to life. But we need the right environment, with the right incentives, and more than anything, the stability in public policy to allow us to invest the capital that we manage on behalf of millions of others. I don't believe it's controversial to say that the only real certainty business has had since 2016 is uncertainty. Investment requires confidence, and often that confidence is built upon consistency and an ability to predict with a degree of certainty what is likely to happen in the next 5 to 10 years. The last decade, for reasons both political and non-political, has been anything but consistent and predictable. We all know that even a week is a long time in politics, but if business is to support the next government's ambitions, we need certainty that long-term infrastructure and housing projects will remain just that, long-term commitments. We can't invest other people's money in projects where we have no guarantee that it will be seen through by whatever government is in place at any given time. Politics isn't known for its collaborative nature, but if ministers want business to step up and invest in the UK, they need to provide us with a degree of certainty in policy making. So Kemi and Johnny, if you can create the right environment, we'll help to bring your ambitions to life. Aviva and many others are hungry to invest more, but we need more than just stability to make that happen. We also need a regulatory environment that encourages innovation, a degree of risk-taking, and actively looks to help us invest in UK growth. Without an appetite for risk, we significantly reduce our ability to innovate or to provide the new investment and services that the wider economy needs. I am not suggesting a bonfire of red tape, as some have lobbied for in the past. Strong regulation is a cornerstone of a stable economy, and the strength of the UK's regulatory landscape actually encourages foreign investment in many cases. We have world-class financial services regulators, and they take their remit to protect the economy and consumers seriously, and rightly so. But I believe our regulators have a second responsibility beyond protection. They have a responsibility to deliver policy and regulation that keeps the UK competitive, that allows us to free up capital to invest, while ensuring the safety of our financial system isn't compromised. If all stakeholders come together with the same motivation in mind, investing to grow the UK economy, there are enough bright minds at the regulators, in politics and among business to find a way that protects our economy, while also giving business the breathing room it requires to invest and to innovate on behalf of the nation. So to conclude, the British Chamber of Commerce brought us together today to discuss the future of the economy, which we know is a huge issue to tackle. But let's not allow the scale of that challenge to hinder our ability to tackle it. Getting the economy back into serious growth mode at a local, regional and national level is of paramount importance. It requires 3 things to kickstart it. It requires the political will to create the right environment and incentives for businesses to be established, to invest for growth, and to seek even greater opportunities at home and overseas. The tone for this will be set in the first 100 days of the next government. It requires an approach to regulation that retains its focus on protection, but augments that with an ability to create a framework that also encourages growth and innovation. And it requires a business community that's willing to put its money where its mouth is. So just imagine if, when this conference meets again next year, we can point to a UK economy gaining real momentum, with investment being made and infrastructure being built, and with a renewed sense of national purpose. Growth is the key driver of our future long-term prosperity, and your businesses and ours, it is at the heart of that opportunity. So just like you, I can't wait to get started on the 5th of July. Thank you.